out as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Hey, here we go.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
36.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Carrier taken down right at the line.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score Bengals 59, Chargers 43.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's Desmond King on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their
Chargers offense back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Herbert's pass complete to Mike Williams.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays, and finally it's paid off for him because in 2019, had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He was taken down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And it's complete. Henry. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check 26.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
59.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 22-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay by.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On the ground, it's Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And Henry's hit. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it.
Herbert's pass complete.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Cowboy 80, 19 Lion.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And able to find Green. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm coming.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center that he's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped.
On the carry.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Launch 49. Here we go. Here we go.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
At their own 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener, but this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Tackle made at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now Joe Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and goal, Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Bullock's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Short pass caught by Henry.
Herbert's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 104 receptions last year, 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Eckler. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Finding Gabriel, complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taylor Gabriel. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
49, guys.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation